Problems, we have Hamas problem and we have Gaza Strip problem. Everybody say genocide. If they have genocide, how come there are 2 million?
How is it genocide when it's 2 million? So are we supposed to call it a genocide when you kill all of them?
What do you guys think about Donald Trump saying he's going to take Gaza?
Donald Trump is the king.
The question is simple. What do people in Israel think about Trump saying the US could take over Gaza?
Here we go.
Today I am here in Israel, and today I'll be asking people in Israel about Trump taking Gaza. Most recently, Donald Trump has said he's going to be taking Gaza, referring to it as a big real estate site and saying that the US will own it.
But before anyone answers, Gaza is already being framed not as a home, but as real estate.
Think of it as a big real estate site, and the United States is going to own it.
The first major contradiction comes fast. He would never vote for Trump as an American, but as an Israeli, he wants him badly.
In Israel. What do you think is going to happen now in Israel, in Gaza, especially now that Donald Trump is talking about taking over the Gaza Strip?
What do you think Donald Trump is going to do? Nobody knows, not even Donald, so...
Do you trust Donald Trump when he says that he's going to take it over, or do you think that's just kind of propaganda or one of his negotiation tactics?
If I was an American, I would never vote for Trump. As an Israeli, I would give him 10 votes.
If he was an American in America, he would not vote for Trump. But as an Israeli, he will vote for him 10 times. Let that settle in.
Then the praise becomes even more direct. Trump is not being discussed as a normal politician, but almost as a savior figure.
What do you guys think about Donald Trump saying he's going to take Gaza?
Donald Trump is the king.
Donald Trump is the king. These are Israelis.
There is only one king in the world, and this is God.
There's only one king, and his name is Jesus Christ. That's the true king. Not your Hashem, or if you even believe in God.
Donald Trump is not a king, but it's very good for us.
And then the conversation crosses a line. Support for Trump turns into support for destroying Gaza.
You guys support Donald Trump in his idea of taking Gaza?
Of course.
Yes.
They do support him in taking Gaza, of course. Of course.
Of course.
We
We need to destroy Gaza.
We need to destroy Gaza. Well, they already did. Great job.
Why do you believe you guys should destroy Gaza?
Because there is not good. The world is good, and this is not good. All right, they want
innocent people there.
They want
to
only
destroy
murder and to kill and to destroy. So what?
Once Gaza is treated like something to take, the next question is unavoidable. Where are the Palestinians supposed to go?
About Donald Trump saying he wants to take over Gaza.
He will never do it. And I don't think that he could take 2 million people and put it somewhere else.
Where would the 2 million people go in Gaza if the United States were to take over Gaza?
I don't know. To USA, maybe.
Where do you think?
To USA, maybe. Wow.
All the Palestinians would go if he does take over Gaza?
I don't know. Maybe Sahara Desert?
Sahara Desert, Egypt.
This is where it becomes clear that for some people, this is not only about Hamas. It is about removing Palestinians entirely.
They'll accept the Palestinians into Israel?
We have enough Palestinians here. We should kick them all out.
We have enough Palestinians here, we should kick them out. Not just the ones in Gaza, the ones in Israel. So is this about the hostages? Hamas? No, it's not. Never was. But apparently Hamas was there 2,000 years ago. Yes, in the tunnels with the Roman soldiers.
Really? So you don't support any Palestinians being in Israel?
We have enough and we have to put them out. Those are here have to go out.
Really? And why should those that are here go out?
Because this is the land of the Almighty and the land of Israel.
The land of Almighty and the...
Now the argument shifts from removal to entitlement. The land is described as belonging only to one people.
Because this is the land of the Almighty and the land of Israel.
The land of Almighty and the land of Israel. Straightforward. This is our land. The Khazarian people that came from Europe, crying from a Holocaust and committing one in 4K. Great. Great.
And he chosen us to have the land, and this is why this land is only for the Jewish people.
So
Then we hear from soldiers and the language becomes casual. Gaza is described as a headache to be removed.
the ones who have faith or the ones who have fear?
Of Gaza, do you think that will simplify or amplify the war?
Actually, I think it's going to be good for us. I think Gaza, it's made a lot of troubles for our country, and now that Trump going to take over it, it's going to be good for us. Mm-hmm. No more headache.
Have any of you three?
No more headache. Wipe out the Palestinians to remove the headache.
This is one of the most disturbing moments. No euphemism, no soft language, just the open fantasy of erasing Gaza.
Eliminate Gaza. Nothing remains in Gaza. This is Zionism on display. A parking lot. God's chosen people.
And why do you think Donald Trump now says...
After that, one person finally pushes back and says what should be obvious. Gaza belongs to the people who live there.
The banking system and all the money in the world? Yep. Look at that face.
And Donald Trump got a lot of money.
From who? From your people. The Israeli people. The Adelson family. You guys starting to understand what's going on here?
There's a lot of money in America, and he can do it.
And do you also support the idea of Donald Trump taking the Gaza Strip like your friends right here?
No.
Why not?
This is their own country too.
Do you support a two-state solution?
This is their own country too. So there's some people with some morals. It's the Palestinian people's country. Well, it's not a country. You are sitting in my country, but close enough.
Or one-state solution?
Then comes a common denial. The idea that genocide cannot be happening if some of the people are still alive.
Do you think the United
They
States...
are not living here. We are living here. We have two problems. We have Hamas problem and we have Gaza Strip problem. Everybody say genocide. If they have genocide, how come there are 2 million?
How is it genocide when it's 2 million? So are we supposed to call it a genocide when you kill all of them? But you are the same ones crying about the Holocaust, 6 million. You guys are demonic. There used to be 2.3 million people in Gaza. Gaza, as you say. Now there is 1.7. So they killed more than 500,000 people. And suppose...
Next comes the self-defense argument. But under international law, self-defense does not cancel the rights of civilians.
A lot of people do say that Israel has committed a genocide on the Palestinian people. You're pro-Israeli, obviously. What's your message to them?
I think Israel's military actions in Gaza are the most obvious self-defensive military actions in the history of military actions.
That's self-defense, according to this lunatic. What the Israeli military is doing in Gaza, self-defense. Wow. So I come, kill you and your family, and then I say self-defense. You understand the victim mentality here? These people are cooked. There's nothing there, bro. This is how they are. This is what we're dealing with, guys.
The communities inside Israel that Hamas invaded on October 7th are walking...
Invaded. Hamas invaded or went back to where they came from? Who invaded who? Who invaded who in 1948? Who came in ships like cattle, like rats, and invaded, scattered around Palestine, bombing and killing and raping and murdering? Who? Hamas? Or your people? These people need a history lesson. They're quickly forgot, but they can't forget about the Holocaust. What is going on here? Selective memory much? The synagogue of Satan. Jesus warned us against these people. Revelation 2:9 and Revelation 3:9. The first mention of Jews in Revelation is the synagogue of Satan.
Distance from where Hamas started. The distances are very small. Hamas invaded Israel on October 7th with genocidal intent.
Genocidal intent. Every accusation is a confession.
Hamas's goal was the genocide of the people of Israel. Israel's goal is to not be genocided, and we cannot live in such a short distance, walking distance, between our own homes and a Hamas terrorist army that's in charge in Gaza. So it is a completely legitimate military action to...
Legitimate genocide.
Stop Hamas, to overthrow Hamas, to have a new government in Gaza. And once we understand step one, that it is completely legitimate for Israel to operate in Gaza, to fight Hamas, now we need to understand what is the battlefield that Hamas built. Hamas turned urban landscapes in Gaza into military positions.
And where's the proof of that? 3D generated videos. With soldiers looking at a calendar that says Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and saying that's the name of the Hamas people. Hamas is under the mosque. Hamas is under the hospital. Hamas is under the church. Hamas is under the school. Hamas is up on the roof. Hamas is under the tunnel. Hamas is in the bathroom. Yet they didn't know where the hostages were and bombed everything. Does that make sense to you? 90 to 95% of Gaza is destroyed. Hamas was hiding everywhere. Where were the hostages? We don't know. So how do you bomb everything if you don't know where your hostages are? Don't talk about that. That's anti-Semitic.
Here, someone says the quiet part plainly. If Gaza disappears as a problem, life becomes easier for them.
Right now we're here at the beach. It's a beautiful beach, and then 50 miles south is Gaza. Right now Donald Trump's currently talking about taking over Gaza. Do you think that'd be a good idea for Donald Trump to take Gaza?
Yeah. For me, like, if we don't have Gaza, it's better for everyone. It's something else that we don't need to worry about.
Yeah, just anybody. Doesn't matter. Who cares what happens to the people, Gaza? Just make it go away so we can just continue to blaspheme Christ and have gay parades and worship the wall.
People will stop thinking about we are doing something wrong.
The final extreme statement brings the whole pattern into focus. Gaza is spoken about as something to wipe out, not a place full of human beings.
I think it's for sure the right thing to wipe out Gaza, and I think it's coming a little bit to wake the Jews up.
And so do you think it'd be...
Wipe out the people in Gaza and wake up the Jewish people with this cube on his forehead. This black cube of Saturn. They say God commanded them to put some verses of the Torah on their forehead. Yeah, okay, buddy. Okay.
A good idea for the United States and for Donald Trump to take Gaza?
I think the right thing is that the Jews should take Gaza, and we could see that Donald Trump didn't do whatever he wanted to do because we didn't let him. But I think he's coming to wake us up, and we are even less strong than Donald Trump, and we Jews, and we still have mercy on our
mercy. That's mercy? You just said get rid of them, and you said mercy. Yeah, that's contradicting.
On our enemies, and it's not the right thing to do because we don't want another 7th of October.
Do the Jews here in Israel support Donald Trump?
A lot of Jews support, and there's also, for our sadness, there's also a lot of Jews that are mistaken and saying that they're also human and they should be respected. And
so do you not think they should be respected?
I don't think whoever wants to kill me should be respected, no.
So, kill them all. This is a religious Jew. With this, whatever, the black cube on his forehead. And his hat is a little bit bigger than the rest. No mercy on children, women, elderly. Wipe them out. If a group of people have 1% of bad people in that group, wipe the whole group out. Does it go both ways? You call Hamas want to wipe out Israel, well, what are you doing?
What this video shows is bigger than Trump. It shows how easily Gaza is spoken about as land, strategy, real estate, or a problem to erase, while the people of Gaza are pushed out of the picture. But Gaza is not empty. Gaza is not a parking lot. Gaza is not a headache. Gaza is home to millions of people with families, memories, rights, and the right to decide their own future. When people talk about taking Gaza, destroying Gaza, or moving Palestinians somewhere else, we have to call it what it is: forced displacement, dehumanization, and a direct attack on Palestinian life. If you believe in justice, human rights, and freedom for all people, make sure you like this video, share it, and subscribe to Progressive Wave. We will keep exposing propaganda, challenging oppression, and standing with the people who are being silenced. Subscribe to Progressive Wave, and always stand for humanity.